for a press-up challenge?
We'll do a squat challenge.
How are we going to do a squat challenge?
We're going to make you... Is there some weights down there? I'm going to squat you and see how many squats I can do with you.
Okay, alright then, let's see you squat me. Well, let's see you squat me first. Okay, right.
Dr. Phil, there he is. Look at this.
You can squat one of the kids.
Yeah, you can squat one of the kids.
I think, unless you want to call the NSPCC might be on me about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know, you don't want to trust me with your kids.
Dr. Phil, do you know what that is? He's married to Brendan's daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, he's married to a woman. Huh? Hey, Dr. Phil.
Right, come on then. Oh gosh, here we go.
Dr. Phil, just watch the technique, Dr. Phil, yeah? Watch the technique, Dr. Phil, watch. Follow that.
I can hear the knees clicking.
Right, I'm going to show you a technique now, watch. Stand up, Barry, watch, here we go. This is proper technique, watch. Ready? No, not see yet! You see, you didn't want upstage in there, look. You didn't want upstage in there. I'm just going to show you how to squat them all together.
You have to distract me in that, look.
Come on, Barry, let that happen.
Can't do that.
Why not?
Dominic.
Put her on your shoulders, put your shoulders, and I'll squat with you on mine. Here we go. Go on.
Shall I step on that?
No,
This is going to
you'll
get
do it. From
Okay.
get in proper position.
I just think...
Just do it.
I want you 50 pounds. You're not
Just do it
27
quick.
no more.
Let's see if you can do it. Go
You're
on.
50. You think Dr. Phil?
Go on, quick.
Can I squat all of you, shall I?
Dr. Phil, I think this might be a bit... What do you think?
Tricky on the old shoulders and neck.
He's 50 years old, he still thinks he's
I've
27.
done it before.
Go on,
Quick.
Go on. Get
Get on your shoulders, put on your shoulders. Get onto his shoulders. So you get down to squat position first.
I didn't sign up for this.
No, like this, watch.
Are you
You've
sure?
got to go down to squat.
Yeah.
Or do it from a standing position.
Oh!
Did you want to check off a chair?
Yeah,
We'll do a chair. So get onto his shoulders.
They're exploiting the fact that I'm a doctor in the gym now.
Oh, right, okay. Go on. Oh, Dom.
Is there a launch pad anyway?
I can feel some moisture.
Can I please have health and safety?
Spread your legs. Spread your legs.
Dom.
Spread your legs, Barry. Spread your legs. Spread your legs.
Spread it.
Don't go to it from a down position, but we'll see.
Do not try this at home. Oh my god.
Right, ready? For the squat. Ah! Keep straight. Keep straight. Keep straight. Keep straight.
No, Dom.
Keep straight.
Let me go to the back then, just in case.
You hold on to the door.
Go on, hold on to that. Go to chair, you win.
I'm just gonna
Got no. I tell you what, for a boxer, he's got no balance.
It's here, Dom.
It
was Dom, it was slipping.
Hi everyone, I'm Cece from Unboxed UK in association with Empire, and today I'm sat with Kid Galahad, otherwise known as Barry. However, the true pronunciation of your name is Billy.
No, Abdul Bailey.
Abdul Bailey.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good attempt.
You forgot the Abdul, you have to put Abdul in the front.
Okay, sorry. Abdul Bailey.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for meeting with us today.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about you and your background. Because you were actually born in Yemen, is this correct?
No, that's not correct. You've got your
Qatar?
homework. Yeah.
Forgive me.
She's not getting a lot of things right today, is she?
I had a late night, unfortunately, guys.
Oh, what have we been doing all night then?
I was being entertained by you.
What's your?
Yeah, you took us out for dinner. And I have to say, I did tell Dominic that you ate very healthily last night.
What did I eat?
You had a bit of rice and chicken, but you didn't have any dessert.
Yeah.
You had a bit of lamb, I think, as well. But the point is, you kept it under control.
Very observant. She's very observant.
I am very observant. I am very observant.
She's on the ball.
So, tell me about the time when you moved from Qatar to Sheffield. You were 3-4 years old.
My dad used to be in the Qatari army until I was about 3 or 4 years old. He actually moved when I was about 6 months. My mum moved to Liverpool and I stayed over with my grandparents, lived there until I was 3 or 4 years old, until they had everything set out, you know, a house, a home, and then I moved over here.
Do you ever imagine what your life would have been like had you not have moved to England?
No, not really, no. I don't ever think that, no.
Have you thought about if you wasn't to be a boxer, what other career you would have done?
Probably, I don't know. To be fair, nothing really good. I don't think I would have probably been up to some mischief.
You're always up to mischief from what I see anyway.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm very,
So I asked you yesterday if you had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you said yes, you have.
Yeah.
And you've been in that relationship, which has been your longest relationship, which I believe is 13 years.
Yeah. 1 to 14.
And it's, you display it all over Instagram. It's
Yeah.
no secret. Everyone knows you have this girlfriend, and that girlfriend's name is, of course, boxing.
Yes, that's right.
So tell me, how is it
You're
you
married to the
actually?
game.
Sorry.
I'm very loyal.
You're very loyal to your girlfriend. We
Very.
can see that. How is it you became a student of the Ingle Gym? That's what I want to know today.
When I was about 12, 13 years old, went to the local mosque, because Mum used to send us to the local mosque, me and my brothers, every Friday to go and pray. And one day I seen a guy called Prince Nassim Hamed in the local mosque, and I was talking to him. And I started, Naz, I want to be a champion. And he goes, if you want to be a champion like me, you need to go and find a guy called Brendan Ingle. He's got a gym in Winkerbank. If you go and find him, he'll turn you into a champion. And the rest is history.
How did you get the attention of Brendan? Because obviously a lot of people must walk through these doors.
Yeah. Since I've been here, there's been honestly thousands of people who've come and gone. Just dedication. I think with Brendan, it's not about how talented you are. It's how much are you willing to put in, and sacrifice. Brendan made me. He used to do things to me like he used to open the gym at 6:45. He'd tell me, "Oh, make sure you're here for 6 o'clock." So I'll be outside at 6 o'clock, and I'll have to wait for him 45 minutes in the cold.
Do you think he was testing you?
Yeah, he was testing me to see, it's a test in it. Brendan's he's old school, he's very smart man, and he made me wait 45 minutes and wait outside in the freezing cold. Then he'd come up in the gym, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, just do your footwork," and he'd go back out. So he made me do my footwork. He goes, "I'll be back in an hour." So I'd do my footwork, boom. An hour went, 2 hours went, come back at 9:45. And he'd be like, "Oh," just come in, pop his head through the door, see what I've been doing, see if I'm still doing my footwork, and I'll still do my footwork. And they'll say, "Oh, well, that's it, stop now." And then we'll go, there was a cafe down the road, we used to go and get some breakfast. They'd made me do like jobs around here, meaning he'll talk to me, and we'll do some jobs like sweeping the streets or cutting the church grass, or just little jobs in this area we used to do. And we do that from like 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it'd make me come back in the gym again, go and do your footwork, do this, do that, and then just go home at 6 o'clock at night and go, "I'll see you tomorrow morning at 6.
And it would start all over again.
And start all over again. And after a bit, he's like to me, "Oh, how come you haven't been going to school?"
You wasn't going to school?
Yeah. And then I was like, "Oh, Brendan," I was blagging him at first. I was like, "Oh, Brendan, I've got school holidays and I've got this and I've got that." And after a bit, he found out that I actually got kicked out of school.
Oh dear, why?
Just general fighting, up to mischief, causing havoc in school, just being a kid.
So from that point on, when he knew you were no longer going to school,
Yeah.
did that almost act as a catalyst for you to intensify your training?
No, the day after. He says, "He didn't say nothing." So okay, the day after, he got me. He took me up. There's a school up the road called House School. He went up there. He took me and he spoke to the head teacher. Within the same week, I joined that school.
Wow. So he's in effect been a bit of a second dad to you.
Yeah, and he says to me, I remember he always says to me, he goes, "If you get kicked out of school, I'm going to kick you out of the gym."
Wow.
Because if you get trouble in school, I'm going to kick you out of the gym.
And ever since then?
Never got into no trouble in school.
So the wolf pack, as I like to call you wolves, such as Kell Brook. Well, to be fair, you've been here the longest, so you've got every right to say that. How would you describe?
Kell's actually been longer than me.
Kell's been longer than you. Okay. What would you describe as the Ingle way? Because I've just interviewed Dom, who's told me his definition of the Ingle way. What's yours?
In what term? What do you mean?
Well, it's a hashtag that seems to be trending in Instagram, where it's called the Ingle way, or hashtag the Dominic way.
I don't know what you mean in terms. I don't really know.
Well, I would say...
Explain to me.
So Ingle's definitely created itself a bit of a persona, a character of itself. It's breeded these beautiful boxes, and there's a certain style that you all offer, and a bit of code of conduct, a brotherhood, a bromance, especially when you're in training camp together. So for you, let me maybe narrow it down. For for you, what is the code of conduct for a boxer and enabling them to be in this gym? Because not anybody can just walk through the door and be part of the wolf pack, I assume.
You can't, you gotta, it's hard to explain because in this gym, everybody gets the time, you know, everybody moves in a different pace. You know, we used to have Kell Brook, who was world champion, and then now we've got Billy Joe. And the thing is, I think in this gym, you can't really be jealous or envy someone. You've got to respect, you know, how they've come up. For instance, Kell Brook and Billy Joe have been boxing since they were 8 years old. I've been boxing since I was 13, 12, 13. So they've been boxing a lot longer than me. They've been doing this for a very long time. So I've got all the respect for them because they've been doing it a very long time and they're dedicated. And Ingle way is just, you know, when you see people put in the hard work and training hard for a certain fight, you shouldn't envy them. In fact, you know what? Any boxer who gets in the ring, you can't really envy. You've got to have the full respect for them. And I just think the characters, the way we are, we're not really envious people, you know.
So you talk about dedication.
Yeah.
You're so dedicated that you actually have a house just minutes from the gym.
Yeah.
Was that a calculative move of yours?
Yeah, it was.
Was that the biggest purchase you've made to date, being the successful fighter that you are?
When I was a kid, Brendan always said to me, when you get a few quid, he goes, get a house next to the gym because then you've got no excuse never to train. So when I started making a few quid, I always thought to myself, the second I get a few quid, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a house right next to the gym. So no matter what it is, Christmas, New Year, no matter what day it is of the year, I've got no excuse not to train.
How many days a week do you train?
I train between 5 and 6 twice a day.
5 and 6 hours, twice a
No,
day?
5 and 6 days a week.
For how many hours?
3 hours a day.
Let's talk about your weight division because it's by far one of the most exciting
It is the most exciting division.
Especially because it's mainly dominated by British boxers such as yourself.
It is
the top.
Yeah.
So you've recently called out Cole Frampton.
Yeah.
And you also took a selfie with him days later.
Yeah.
What's been the update on that since? Is it moving forward?
Listen, Cole Frampton don't want nothing to do with Kid Galahad. You know, when I seen that day, he looked a bit nervous. He didn't really know how to
take you.
Take me. You know, I'm a very what's the word for it? If I could sum it up in one word.
Would you say you were intimidating?
I'm very intimidating. If you could sum it up in one word, I'd say I'm very, very intimidating. And he looked me up and down. You know, shook my hand. And he just felt a bit, it seemed he didn't feel very comfortable around me. But, you know, I said to him, when we're going to get it on, when we're going to get into the Super Series. And he says, you know, we'll join up, we'll fight each other. But obviously we're just saying that for the camera, weren't we?
Nothing's happened since.
He knows. He's a bright kid. He's a very bright kid. He knows
So
if he gets in the room with someone like me, he'll get very, very seriously. Yeah, he'll get it.
How do you define your style?
I can adapt to anything, you know. I'm very, very unpredictable. You know, you don't know what I'm gonna do when I get in there. I'm not a master at anything, but I'm good at everything. You know, I can do everything really well. And when I get in there, you know, I can change up, chop and change, whatever I've got to do. I'm good at reading fighters. Within 2 rounds, I can break a fighter down.
Let's back this statement up because actually you spar with Kell Brook, don't you? He's in a complete different division altogether. Yeah. What's it like sparring with him?
For me, I think Kell's the best kid I've ever been in the ring with. You know, he's probably the most talented fighter I've ever sparred with. He's very Kell's he's calculated, you know. He's a very smart fighter. He's strong. He's probably the strongest guy I've ever been in the ring with. For 147, I've never ever been in the ring with anybody, even heavyweights, who was stronger than him. When he hits you, it's like getting hit by a fucking bus. I'll tell you that. and his timing is unbelievable. You know, he doesn't punch where you are, he's going to punch where you're going to be. And for me, I think he should have gone down in history as probably one of the best British boxers of all time.
Is that the legacy you want to leave for yourself as well, for the featherweight division?
Yeah, you know, I want to be up there. Like, if anyone speaks about the featherweight division in the UK, who's the best featherweight we've ever had? It's from this gym, the Prince. You know, no other featherweight, no other fighter's done what he's done in the UK.
So Lee Selby, who's also in the same division, you've sparred with him.
Yeah.
So that's a really good test for you to understand your positioning with him if ever it came to a fight. What's your thoughts on that happening?
Selby's good at what he does, you know. He's good at what he does, doesn't he? At the end of the day, he's world champion. You've got to give him respect. He's been world champion now for 3 years, and he's a solid competitor. You know, he doesn't do anything exceptional. You know, but he does a lot of things well.
Okay, so let's talk about music.
Yeah.
Because you've expressed to me that you've got two of your favourite music artists, which is Tupac,
yeah.
I think a lot of people can relate to. And the second one, of course, is Whitney Houston.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I
said
didn't
that.
say that.
It's okay to admit that. It's absolutely fine.
I said Tupac and I said 50 Cent. I don't know.
To be 50 Cent was in there as well.
I didn't know who said Whitney Houston, but you definitely got
it. Was
wrong.
definitely you, but point being...
I think it might have been Dominic Ingle that. You might have got us.
Okay, I probably got that confused, of course. You're
definitely.
2 and 1 the same.
Exactly.
You've got your...
Tupac for me and 50 Cent.
Which I believe is the song called...
Any Tupac song.
Any Tupac song.
Any of them.
So potentially you've got one more fight left for 2017 coming up.
December, hopefully.
And do you know where that might be?
I'm not 100% sure. Could be in Quebec. It could be in the US. It could be in London. I'm not 100% sure.
And this would be your 24th fight?
Yeah.
Now your knockout rate is 60%.
Yeah.
How do you feel you've achieved from turning pro up until now within those fights? Have you seen a development in yourself?
Yeah, you know, in boxing you're never done learning. You're always developing. You're always learning. You've got to want to learn, especially in boxing. And you know, I've got the best trainer in the world. I've got Dominic Ingle. I've got Brendan Ingle watching over me, and I've been, you know, taught from the bottom up foundation. You know, your footwork is the main important thing in boxing, and you know, slowly but surely I'm getting there.
So what's the next biggest purchase you're going to make for the next paycheck?
I'm not sure. Don't really know. I'm not a big spender. When you've been around people like John Ingle and, you know, Brendan Ingle, you don't really spend.
Grounded.
Yeah, you don't really spend big.
So you've got your new house.
What have you bought?
My biggest purchase?
Biggest purchase.
Gosh, probably my car.
And what car is that?
It's a BMW 1 Series.
Very nice.
Yeah. What car have you got?
I haven't got a car.
I thought you were driving.
No, that wasn't me. That was Dominic Ingle.
You have a driver?
I've got a driver. Dominic Ingle.
Dominic Ingle. Even though you just live across the road.
We don't need a car for nothing, you know.
Well, you've got a lovely hill right opposite the gym, which is quite fantastic for the location that you're in. How many hill sprints have you actually done? Have you lost count?
I don't do outside running.
You don't do outside running?
I only do intervals.
Of course, you do the intervals and the run machine.
I only run twice a week.
What's the greatest part of your training that you don't look forward to?
Do you know what? I embrace it all. I love it all. You know, the things that most people don't like, I like even more because I know they won't like it. So, you know, everything about training I enjoy.
What's the one mantra you live by?
Huh?
What's the one mantra that you live by?
I don't really have one. I don't know what that means.
Right. Is there somebody that you look up to, like for example Brendan, you look up to him and he might have some words of wisdom that have stuck with you ever since?
Yeah, in fact you're right, Mr. Brendan Ingle. You only get out what you put in life.
And you stay true to your word, and everything that he's told you to do, you've pretty much delivered on, haven't you?
Yeah, everything he told me since I was 13 years old has come true.
So all you need to now get is that world title.
Need to get a world title, make a load of money.
And bring it home to Brendan and to your family.
Bring it back here to the Sheffield and keep hold of it for a very long time.
And then what happens after that?
Live happy ever after. The end.
The end.
Yeah.
Barry, thank you so much. Well done, you've just been unboxed.